Hey, welcome back everybody. So I got some stuff here. Today's going to be a little bit different, and just to kind of get you an idea of what's going on, a little bit of camera supplies, lights, tripods, and a whole lot of neglect. So can you get an idea of what we're doing today? Alright, let's start the intro. Alright, welcome back everybody. So what we're going to do today is we're going to clean out my fish tank. It's got a lot of neglect to it. It's been sitting on my floor for about the length of the summer now, and yeah, so it's time to clean it out. My fish will be more happy about it, and we might even go get a couple plants to put in there as well. So it looks like I got a bunch of dead snails here. Some of them could be alive. I got a thick blanket of, I don't even know what that is. It's gross, but I'm just gonna deal with it, I guess, you know. Gosh, dude, that's thick. Oh my goodness. Got a lot of dirty pieces of hornware, a lot of debris. Alright, so I didn't have the heart to throw away this big giant algae blanket, and man, this thing is huge. I don't know how long it's been since I last cleaned my fish tank, and the water is actually quite clear, and the fish are doing just fine, but this was floating on top. I can't even spread it open, but that's a giant, massive algae blanket. I got all these snails. Some are dead, some are alive, so I figured I'd just throw everything in this tank. This is a spare tank I had betas in it there for a while. Right now the only thing in there is a moss ball. So let's go ahead and get that moss ball out, and we'll just replace everything. You can pick these up at Petco for like $10 a piece. Alright, so let's dump all this in there. I don't know what we're going to do with it later. Or if I'm just being kind of weird for saving algae. But there you have it. Alright, let's get all the rest of those snails out. this is an improvement already. I think the fish are going to be real happy about that. I don't know why it's red. Alright, so like I was saying earlier, we need to go get some fish, maybe a couple plants. And if I'm going to do that, then I would rather shop local. And so if you're in the Roswell area, I highly suggest that you go check out Wildlife Safari. That's where I've been shopping for all my pet supplies for the last 3 years. I get an order of 1,000 crickets in every month or so, and all my other pet supplies. Alright, so let's go ahead and drive that way, and let's see what they got.
In there, and what else? Nothing for fish?
2 guppies.
Guppies are named for their pattern and their color. Like this is called a red blonde. So the thing is, the blonde part is like the front of the like a blonde girl. It's got this like light colored body in the front, and it's red in the back. So it's called a red blonde. This is a red-tailed tuxedo. So it's got the red tux, they call that. So it's got a black and white kind of tuxedo looking body, and you've got your red fins. This tank here, these are called tequila sunrises because it's got like a tequila sunrise drink. It's got orange and then yellow and the different shades and things like that. As far as plants go, it's a 10-gallon tank. So getting a plant that's going to do well for you. I got some really cool little banana plants that came in, and those are kind of a neat plant. Those guys are $2.99. They are shoot plants. They actually push a shoot up, and those leaves are like little mini lily pads. This will come all the way to the surface. And eventually they'll die off, but the root base will live, and then eventually again it'll come again, almost like a plant outside that's like an annual that comes up, dies off, and comes back in the spring. The root base, they call them a banana plant because it looks like a bunch of bananas, and so that's your root base. We actually push that down in the gravel bed, and that just kind of anchors in there to kind of give them a start. And just put a little gravel around there. This isn't a bad plant, and it's fairly small. This is called Italian Val Cinerea, and Italian Val is a rooted chain plant that actually will shoot sprigs out to the side and then grow that way. Those guys are $1.99, and those are fairly small, would work in a 10-gallon tank. But for today, I would say either the banana plants or like the Amazon swords would be your best, something different. So
I think I like
or the Italian Val. That's a pretty good little one too.
I do like the banana. What is it again?
Banana plant. Plant is that? Yep.
I'll take.
You do one of those?
Yep.
Okay.
One of those.
Which one of the banana plants you want? You pick.
Okay. How about this? I don't know, honestly. Yeah, this one's fine.
Let's get a couple good leaves coming up on it. And each one's different because the little banana bunch looks different on each of them, which is kind of cool. So. Okay, so got that one. And as far as fish go, there's so many different fish you can go through. Because you've got guppies already, are your guppies girls or boys?
I don't know.
Do they have big tails or little tails? So these guys have kind of big showy tails, and these guys have kind of smaller tails?
They have smaller tails.
So you probably got 2 females. So what wouldn't be bad, especially if you want to have some possible live birth in there, you could get yourself a couple of males to go with them, and that would complement. Guppies are good schooling fish, and they kind of live in a group. So a little trick about figuring out sex on guppies and all live-bearing fish. So your tail is called the caudal fin. The fin below the tail is called the anal fin. And the anal fin on a female live-bearing fish hangs down like a flag. It's got a little like V shape. See how they all hang down?
Yep.
On a male, that anal fin is pointed, like a wet, twisted paintbrush.
Oh, I see.
See how that fin is right against the body?
Yeah.
And it's pulled up. So the thing is, if you got home to your tank and saw that you had 2 females, and you wanted to get a couple males, you could always do that next time too. A 10-gallon tank can hold about 8 to 13 fish in it of average size, which guppies are in that average size range. So I would, if you had 2 female guppies, I would definitely get a couple of males or at least one male next time to hang out with them. But other than that, if you want to get some, do you want a color in the tank, like a specific color that you might like?
Like with the fish?
Yeah, because that'll help me maybe pick you out something to.
Yeah, I do like a lot of them in here, honestly. I like the reds with the
black.
black.
Well, let's do that, because you know what? You've got more time for fish always. You've already got a couple of guppies. It would not be a bad idea to put a couple more in. Even if you have males at home and you put more males in, you'll know now when you go home to check that fin, whether it's a boy or a girl. As male guppies get older, though, their tails get huge. When a male guppy hits about 10 months old, these guys are only about 45 to 60 days old. When these guys hit 10 months, that tail will be about the size of a quarter.
Huh.
On that same bodied size fish. Their tail will be literally like this big. Yeah. And it's night and day difference. So if you have small tails in your fish and you've had them for a while, they're probably girls.
Okay.
So this is a good place to go.
I've had them for a couple years and they're small.
So they're girls. Because the thing is, if their tails were big and showy, they'd be males. So what color do we want? We get 2 of them, and what colors would you like? We got red, we got the black, we got the yellows.
This one with orange and black is nice. And I see a few of them, yeah.
Okay.
And
Let
then
me get a net here real quick, and you can point out whichever one you'd like there.
All right.
Open this up a little more. Okay, so let's start with the first one. You point, I catch.
this black orange one.
Okay, that one. Which other one?
And then I guess this one right here, the
That's
yellow
that's a cool one. Yeah, that's actually called a yellow McCaffrey.
Okay.
And they also call them like a laser beam sometime, because see the orange stripe right behind its head? It's like a little orange laser beam kind of color. So that's a cool looking one. We don't get too many guppies that are bright yellow like that. So yeah, that one's got that really cool little orange stripe down the sides of its head.
Oh, yep.
And as these guys get older, their top fin's called the dorsal fin, and the dorsal fin will get longer and kind of pointier too. That tail will grow with them. Thanks, Alex.
All right, so I hope y'all enjoyed that. Hope it was different. I need to keep on top of those things a little bit more, but it's a kind of a normal thing for me. And I would like to kind of take you behind the scenes on other things that I do on a day-to-day basis in my life. And so if you want to be notified of those things, hit the notification bell. My goal right now is to reach 100 subscribers. I do put in a lot of work on this, and I have a lot of ambitions and goals for future content. And so if you're enjoying it, then stick around, and I'll see y'all in the next one.
I need a rest.